The year is 1347, a time when Europe is thriving, with bustling towns and flourishing trade. But a darkness sweeps across Europe, casting a long, ominous shadow over the land. The most terrifying aspect of this killer was that it crept silently and unseen. A plague, they called it. The Black Death. It is a name that will be etched in history forever. I am the Plague Doctor, and I will take you through this documentary where we will unveil how it began, the horror it caused, and the impact on the known world. Stay with us to the end if you dare. It arrives on ships carried by rats from distant lands, hidden in the cargo holds of merchant vessels. The infection spreads like wildfire. No one is safe. Rich or poor, young or old, the plague showed no mercy. Imagine a time when life thrived, only to be shattered by an unseen terror. This was a world where prosperity reigned, and yet on the horizon, a dark storm brewed, threatening to upend everything, leaving devastation in its wake. Welcome to 1347, a year that marked the zenith of Europe's prosperity. Cities bustled, trade flourished, and a sense of optimism filled the air. Picture bustling towns and lively markets, vibrant with the hum of merchants and the chatter of townsfolk. Europe's trade networks extended far and wide, bringing goods and wealth. Life blossomed in every corner. The towns thrived with energy and life before the plague's arrival. Streets were filled with laughter, music, and the scent of fresh goods. There was an air of contentment, a serene calm that masked the impending turmoil about to unfold. Amidst this vibrancy, an unseen threat emerged, a mysterious killer destined to be known as the Black Death. It moved silently, unseen and unstoppable, destined to leave a mark so profound that it would echo through the ages. The Black Death began in the arid plains of Central Asia, a silent passenger on merchant caravans. It crept into bustling cities, hidden within flea-infested rats, and crossed continents, hitching rides on ships destined for thriving European ports. As the plague stealthily infiltrated Europe, it arrived unexpectedly. Merchants and travelers unknowingly carried the deadly contagion into cities. Towns, once vibrant, became breeding grounds for disaster, their defenses feeble against an invisible enemy that would soon unleash chaos. Trade routes, the lifelines of European prosperity, became conduits of doom. The disease spread rapidly, silently, through human contact and commerce, leaving a trail of devastation. No town was immune as the contagion wove its deadly path across the continent. The sudden onset of fever, chills, and grotesque buboes marked the arrival of death. Victims suffered excruciating pain, their bodies betraying them. Few survived once symptoms appeared, and fear of these signs spread faster than the disease itself. As the plague tightened its grip, fear and panic permeated every corner of society. Families abandoned loved ones, and neighbors turned against each other. Cities, once bustling with life, became ghostly echoes of their former selves, consumed by dread. Society found itself in disarray as the plague dismantled established norms and hierarchies. Families were torn apart, leaders fled, and communities became isolated. With the collapse of familiar structures, fear and mistrust grew, further unraveling the once cohesive fabric of daily life. Amidst the chaos, people sought to make sense of the devastation. Physicians and scholars, baffled by the disease, experimented with rudimentary cures. Yet their efforts were often futile, as the plague's mysterious nature eluded understanding and effective treatment. Religious fervor surged as people searched for divine explanations. Many believed the plague was a punishment from God, prompting acts of penance and fervent prayers. Flagellant movements and pilgrimages gained popularity, reflecting the desperate desire for spiritual solace. The plague's impact on the economy was devastating. With a significant portion of the workforce decimated, labor shortages ensued, halting production and trade. Inflation soared, and wealth disparities widened, reshaping economic structures and prompting shifts in power dynamics across Europe. Cultural practices evolved as societies grappled with the enormity of loss. Art and literature began to reflect themes of mortality and despair. The dance of death, a macabre motif, became prevalent, symbolizing the ever-present shadow of the Black Death. The Black Death claimed millions of lives, with estimates suggesting up to half of Europe's population perished. The sheer scale of the loss left towns deserted and fields untended, altering the demographic landscape and leaving a haunting void across the continent. Amidst the sorrow, stories of individual courage and survival emerged, painting a vivid picture of resilience. Personal accounts reveal the heart-wrenching decisions families faced and the enduring human spirit that struggled to persevere in the face of overwhelming odds. Governments and communities responded with varied measures, from quarantine to mass burials, attempting to halt the plague's advance. While some efforts were futile or misguided, these responses laid the groundwork for future public health strategies and crisis management. In the aftermath, Europe witnessed profound societal changes. The plague catalyzed shifts in power dynamics, labor markets, and social structures, setting the stage for the Renaissance. The tragedy underscored the need for medical advancements, prompting innovations that would shape modern healthcare. The Black Death taught invaluable lessons about disease prevention and the importance of scientific inquiry. It spurred advancements in medicine, hygiene, and public health systems, emphasizing the necessity of preparedness and global cooperation in combating future pandemics. The Black Death taught humanity the importance of understanding and combating widespread disease. It underscored the need for advancements in public health and medical science, fostering a greater vigilance in recognizing the signs of emerging threats and preparing accordingly. Studying history provides invaluable insights into our current challenges. By reflecting on past events like the Black Death, we gain a deeper understanding of societal resilience. Embracing these lessons empowers us to navigate present and future adversities with wisdom and foresight. Thank you for joining us for this trek back into the past, and may you never have to experience anything such as the horror of the Black Death.
And if you think this video was fascinating, this next one is even better. Check it out, right here on Ancient Memoria.